What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another main event show hosted by your Australian boy Daniel. As you can probably all well aware, I wasn't able to put out an episode last week, so real apologies for that, first of all. And the reason being is because of the switch over to Netflix. So here in Australia, and I think across the world except for the United States, all shows have been migrated to Netflix, and for some reason, they did not choose to migrate Main Event. So after weeks and weeks of, I guess, having a look and finding ways to, put the show up and give you guys that content, I finally found a method of obviously being able to watch the main events. And now, hopefully, we can go back to weekly uh, basis episodes there. But yeah, lots to talk about in this episode, especially as we all know, Raw kind of jumps in between the show, and we know what happened with everything that happened on Netflix with the debut. Guess opportunity to give my opinion on what's happened. A lot of what's been spoken about with Matt and with the other hosts is pretty similar to what I think, especially with The Rock, but won't dive in too much onto that. And I guess just for a quick summary from last week's results in the main event, we had a few results, two matches again as normal as they always do, with Natalia defeating Isla Dawn in 4 minutes and 21 seconds, and the AOP of Akam and Razar. Razar being Albanian, my nationality is Albanian, so always good to see Albanians in WWE. Yes, Australian nationality Albanian, but keeping tabs on him, defeating the LWO theirs in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. But we'll be reviewing the show that aired on January 9th, and this time, obviously, because of the big grand opening of Raw on Netflix, this was hosted in another smaller venue. Obviously, building up to what I mentioned in the Into a Dome, and yeah, it was a quite decent main event. I guess the same kind of story as all main events. We get two matches, not really much promo work, but an ability to kind of see what goes on in the ring. And then, yeah, guys, for those that are tuning in for the first time on main event, it is kind of a half main event, half Raw review, and occasionally a few SmackDown snippet reviews as well, because main event loves to kind of put in Raw footage as well as some SmackDown footage on their shows. But officially, there's only really two matches to really, I guess, dive into. So, without further ado, we can start and get underway. The first match being Shayna Baszler against Zelina Vega, where Shayna Baszler got the victory here, defeating Zelina Vega via submission. It went for about 5 minutes and 7 seconds. And it's a bit weird, like seeing these two superstars on main event. It was like, I swear, almost yesterday where I saw Zelina Vega taking on Liv Morgan for a World Heavyweight Championship match. And then obviously Shayna Baszler being part of PFC, who came out the blocks, everyone thinking that there were going to be some powerhouse heel faction. And they're just copping defeats after defeats after defeats. This time, obviously, not in a singles match, but anything on the main show, it doesn't seem as though they're getting any momentum. And it's quite a shame, really, because yes, they're the easy team to be booed and healed on, but when you have someone that's so good on the mic, and then I've lost the name in my head, but you know who I'm talking about. Please remind me in the comments who I'm referring to, with as well as Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, sorry, being the tag team who they are. Sonya Deville, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry, it came into my head. I couldn't keep track until I remembered who it was. So Sonya Deville is, yes, excellent on the mic, and then you've got Shayna Baszler and you've got Zoe Stark who look the part. They look like wrestlers, badass wrestlers, muscular, able to kind of destroy people in the ring. And you saw that displayed in this match with Shayna Baszler, but not getting those further opportunities. Yeah, I just don't really know what WWE's plan for PFC are. I really thought they would have pushed them really high, whether they'd be a dominating faction, destroying women's superstars on a weekly basis. Kind of similar to Solo's Bloodline, but not to the same extent. But you get what I mean in terms of kind of the damaging effect. But no, they haven't really done much. And then, yeah, I guess in terms of Zelina Vega, there hasn't been much for her. I really thought they would have given her a chance to compete or make a deep run into the Intercontinental Championship tournament, but I guess not. Yes, she's severely undersized, but I feel like her promo work is really good and she's pretty decent in the ring. And yeah, I just don't really see what they're doing with her at the moment. And the fact that they've brought in the Intercontinental Championship, you'd think that it would be perfect for these two superstars to kind of be involved in more deeply, but they end up just getting on the main event card, unfortunately. But yeah, let's see what happens in the future. I guess once we find out who the Intercontinental Championship will be between Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria, we may see PFC get involved there. And for Selena Vega, this loss doesn't really give me any indication of what they really want to do with her, other than the fact that she'll be around helping the LWO. But yeah, moving on, then as we snip on to Raw, as main event moves on to Raw, we get the Bloodline match, or the Tribal Combat match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. But before that, I do want to touch up on the opening promo of The Rock, and it kind of leads into what's happening here. I'm another person that's highly disappointed with, I guess, The Rock's promo at the start of the show. I guess the reason being is maybe because it was a brand kind of show. It was showing and showcasing Netflix, and I feel like The Rock put on his corporate character rather than him being the final boss, which was disappointing. But again, I didn't think he needed to thank Cody Rhodes. I felt like that was extremely unnecessary. Like he could have went on that babyface. He didn't have to come as a heel. But when you're thanking your perceived rival, that let's be honest, Cody Rhodes has held the title since the after WrestleMania. The Rock has said our story hasn't started or it's just begun, and then your first Raw back since then. Of course, he came back for Bad Blood, but he didn't say anything. Well, he did say he hated his son. He loved Dusty Rhodes, but then to come onto Raw, and yes, again, as I mentioned, all corporate. I get that this, and to thank Cody Rhodes and to give him a hug. I feel like to me, it just kills that kind of storyline. And The Rock, of all people, of anyone, I feel like The Rock can find a way to restore that back. But just something that really frustrated me there. So yeah, it was just annoying to see. And then I brought that up because we're going into the match now, and obviously what we saw was what we saw. We saw Roman Reigns beating Solo Sikoa. There was some interferences with Jimmy Uso and I think it was Sami Zayn that came in to interrupt the match, and then obviously, or before that, you had the Solo's Bloodline coming in, and that happened. They got out of the ring, and then I don't really think many people are talking about this much either. But Kevin Owens coming into the ring, and yes, we expected Kevin Owens. I wasn't surprised. Sorry, that Kevin Owens was involved because of all the stuff he's been talking about Roman Reigns, but he does have his feud with Cody. And then what I saw on SmackDown, moving forward with Cody fighting Solo's Bloodline, it just seems like everything is kind of getting convoluted back to normal, and all the main superstars are kind of feuding with each other, which is quite interesting because now it seems as though that Kevin Owens is moving towards Roman Reigns, while also having that feud with Cody. You've got Roman Reigns wanting to fight Cody for the championship. You've got Drew McIntyre that's somehow involved as well. And then Seth Rollins getting cut with CM Punk, according to Roman Reigns and all these things. So I'm not sure where they're going with this. I feel like all the major superstars are somehow getting involved with each other. And it's going to be interesting to see how it kind of plans out in the future. All I can say from this is that I don't see anything for Solo. When he's lost all his most important matches that he should win, there just doesn't seem like a direction there for him in the future. I think the best way personally is it's not ready now, but potentially him getting into a feud with Jacob Fatu is the only way I feel like Solo can get some relevancy again, moving on here, because I don't see anything else significant. But yeah, Roman gets the win here. Obviously, he's going to be, as mentioned, chasing for the title. But with Kevin Owens and all these factors involved, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But again, The Rock comes out, and I'm thinking, just put a rock bottom on him or something, make something a bit like surprising. Nah, doesn't happen. Gives him a hug, gives him a kiss, and congratulates him, which frustrated me more because I was already frustrated at the start when he was hugging Cody Rhodes, and then now I'm thinking, okay, he's hugged Cody Rhodes. Maybe it's gonna lean over towards him fighting Roman Reigns, and nah, didn't happen. So just really disappointed. The Rock just for me ruined it, like ruined my that experience of that part of Netflix of the first season or the first episode. And yeah, I think as I mentioned, if anyone can do it, The Rock can find the way to make us forget about it and give us the character we want, and that's the final boss. Hopefully, feuding with Roman Reigns because we've been waiting for that match for I feel like over a decade now. Over than Cody Rhodes because I feel as though Cody Rhodes and Rock just seems too predictable, and I'm waiting personally for Randy Orton to come back and be involved with Cody Rhodes there because we still haven't seen Randy, and I'd love to see him, yeah, be back and fighting for Cody for the title. I feel like that would be a better match for WrestleMania, as would The Rock and Roman be at WrestleMania. But yeah, I guess that covers up that feud. As we move on to the next, we get a little snippet of Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank on Nia Jax. And I've got to say, I was really impressed with the way it was executed. Reason being of all like the little details there. Tiffany looking as though she was helping Nia out by pushing the ref into the timekeeper's area, and then having her strategizing and convincing Nia Jax to attack Bianca Belair, giving her the opportunity to hit the briefcase onto her back, and then showing Bianca Belair's power with that KOD. It was just a smart strategy and well executed from Tiffany. Made her look a lot smarter than what she was before. And yeah, getting the pin here, 1, 2, 3, and becoming our new women's world champion. And yeah, it's good. I'm very happy with it. I feel like the crowd has backed Tiffy so much that it was overdue for her to get the championship. And yes, we're going to probably see her feuding with Nia Jax in the future. But I would like her to still kind of stay the same. I don't feel as though she needs to have a massive face turn. Like, everyone already loves her, so I don't think she needs to fully change her character as this turn flips. I feel like she can still be kind of that arrogant character that she is at the moment. Maybe not a heel per se, but the attitude of a heel. I don't think there is a need to change. She's already got the crowd on her side, and I feel like it will stick because of, I guess, her athleticism, the way she performs in ring, and she's really attractive as well. Let's be honest. So yeah, I think that's what will make her, I guess, yeah, get power over, and I guess the crowd with her on her side. So yeah, Tiffany Stratton becoming the WWE Championship. Nia's not going to be happy about that one. But yeah, just a quick cover there, and then over to Raw, we get the match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Obviously, the last 5 minutes because all these matches were quite long because Netflix felt like a PLE with no promos. It was just matches. So main events cut these down into basically the last 5 minutes, where we see Rhea Ripley put two riptides through to Liv Morgan, and also becoming the new Women's World Heavyweight Champion as well. And yeah, very happy as an Aussie to an Aussie. Extremely happy that Rhea Ripley won the championship. And to be honest, she's probably going to go down as Australia's best ever wrestler from my time. Or if anyone can counter me on that one, I don't think there is, because the things that Rhea Ripley is doing right now, the star that she is massive, and it's great. It's great to see an Aussie always succeed. We love when our Australians get up and about and show to the world what we can do. So Rhea Ripley is definitely representing that really well. Um, Obviously getting her Women's World Championship back, and I think this feud is going to be finished once and for all. But we do get Dominic coming out. Obviously, being a gold digger, I kind of expected this. It was pretty funny how he wanted to get Rhea back in his arms, and Rhea was obviously saying, "Yeah, yeah, Dom, yeah, I'll come back to you," and then giving him a well-deserved riptide there. which is probably what everyone was waiting for since SummerSlam, since he did betray her for Liv Morgan. And speaking of Liv Morgan, again, not really sure what's going to happen with her here. I think it would be good to see her get on a promo and kind of just complain or do something, throw a tantrum, and yeah, kind of get herself back on the map because she had a really really good run, I gotta say. And yes, a lot of her victories were cheated for, but I think she did a really good job as the women's world heavyweight champion. And hopefully she will stay in that kind of bracket. Maybe not competing for the title now, but being on the upper end of the women's division. So yeah, Rhea Ripley definitely elevates here. And as far as I'm concerned, for our next WrestleMania opponent, I have no idea. I would love to see Charlotte Flair come back and take her on for the title, though. I think that would be the most like attractive thing for me, as far as I can see right now. But then again, we won't know until then, and until I guess we see what happens in the future. Moving on, now we get into main event stuff again. So we have the Alpha Academy of Akira Tozawa and Otis taking on the No Quarter Catch Crew of Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights. Not Netflix. I'm thinking too much about Netflix at the moment. An NXT team at the moment, and yeah, this match went for about 6 minutes and 38 seconds with Otis doing his finisher, followed by Tozawa's massive senton, which I kind of like. I like the move, to be honest. He gets up real high and he lands it really well. And yeah, quite expected, especially obviously the NXT team against a mid to low card Raw WWE team or main card team um, there, and especially with I guess them still beefing with American Made. This does kind of make sense, but yeah, they don't really know what happens with them. I think the Alpha Academy is very much a fun group, very entertaining for the crowd, perfect for main events. Like if you were there, if you watched the show, you would have heard how loud it was. A lot of um, cheers for Otis, obviously being fun, and even for Akira Tozawa as well. I think he plays the role perfectly as being kind of the minuscule, the miniature wrestler that's a bit jokey and gets thrown around everywhere and kind of used as like Otis's weapon. But yeah, the crowd got behind these two really well in the match, and it kind of showed how that having the main event in a smaller venue is more intimate and allows like the fans to kind of back their superstars more. But again, it is just two matches, so it is there to pre warm up the crowd and get them excited for the main show, which is Raw. But yes, so the Alpha Academy are winning this match, and I guess for the No Quarter Catch Crew, don't really know much about them and what they're doing on NXT, but from what I did see, two powerhouses, Tavian Heights showing some real power there, throwing basically Akira Tozawa like a ragdoll around the ring today. So that was awesome. That was awesome to see. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Alpha Academy. Um, now that Chad Gable's fighting a luchador, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with their feud because I feel as though Otis hasn't had a real chance to battle with him. I know he lost the last match, but I feel like there's more that needs to come from this. I really want to see Otis smash Gable after all he did last year, but maybe we've passed that window because obviously it did peak last year, but nothing happened. Yeah, and then moving on to the final segment, we've got the main event of Raw on Netflix, CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So this has been brewing for over a year now. We're finally getting the match, and I'm a bit disappointed that it was on Netflix, but at the same time, it is a smart card to book on the first show. But I really would have loved to see this match at WrestleMania. I felt like it was perfect for that moment, and we're only like 2 months away. But you never know. It is one match, and CM Punk did get the victory here, countering a superplex and hitting two go to sleeps on Seth Rollins. It was a really good match, a lot of back and forth, a lot of kicked out finishes, and we all know our takes on finishes there. Me personally, yes, I do lose that satisfaction or that surprise aspect of kicking out of multiple finishes as well. But it's come to a point where I feel like if you go back then it just kind of you're kind of backtracking. Like the superstars are now, I guess, stronger by quotation marks. I know it's not. It is scripted to win, but basically now because of the fact that you have multiple finishes getting kicked out of, if you reduce that, it will either shorten the matches or yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't. It won't hit the same. It'll be like, oh, what happened to the strength before? Like you were able to kick out of like three finishes, but maybe they have to make the signature moves a bit more stronger. They got to change them up. But I think we're in that point now where finishes are going to get kicked out of. You're going to need at least two or three finishes to win a match. And it's going to be really hard to backtrack on that since now they've committed to it. And is what I was really trying to say. But yeah, we had CM Punk getting the victory here, and I am also on the run that Seth Rollins should be getting a heel turn, and I feel like that is imminent now. And this should allow for hopefully another match between the two with Seth Rollins winning one or him costing CM Punk in whether it's an Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble. But they really do need to go at it one more time. I feel like the feud is far from over, especially what happened after the match. It just ended. Nothing really happened after. It would be good to see them go at it again. But if Seth Rollins is to turn heel, I feel like they're going to go to the direction of Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins is going to be involved in this massive kind of superstar storyline brawls that we've got at the moment with Cody Rhodes getting back involved now and Kevin Owens attacking Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre attacking Cody Rhodes, or not attacking Cody Rhodes, attacking Jey Uso. They're just all getting involved. So I feel like with Seth Rollins not shy to say how much he doesn't like Roman Reigns. I feel like he's going to get involved in that as well, and that will probably pull CM Punk out of that and getting him to focus on probably a belt or a title. But again, you never know. Ideally, I want to see another match between the two because I felt the finish and the match was good, but that ending will be extremely underwhelming if it just finishes on one match. Like we haven't waited a whole year, and even them having back and forth while CM Punk wasn't in the WWE, just for them to have a single match on Raw's debut on Netflix. Like, please, let's be honest. We want another match. We probably want another two. Let's be honest. But again, yeah, it's looking forward to see what will happen. And once again, that concludes the show. And apologies for not being able to put out an episode last week. Hopefully now we can get to regular proceedings. I promise this time I have main event shows now streamed in the streaming site that I'm using. And hopefully I can get those out on a regular basis. They do come out Thursdays too, so we'll try to record. Well, this is Australian time, so you guys are a day behind, but right now it's Monday afternoon, so it'll be about Tuesday night. Oh, sorry, Sunday night for those in America, or Sunday while you're sleeping in European times, or wherever you are on that side of the world. It's Monday afternoon here. I will try to get videos or podcasts recorded. Sorry, not videos. Videos watched, but podcasts recorded on weekends so that they're able to be ready to get to you guys before, I guess, the next week's episode of Raw. Because obviously, it is a week later that I am talking about Raw, and I think everyone's kind of bathed in that content already. So yeah, hopefully that's the case. If not, if there is any more issues with any main event shows, I've spoke to Matt obviously about last week, and we've said that I'll be probably just addressing a topic or something that has to do with what's been happening around WWE. So gonna still put out shows on a weekly basis, worst case, and hopefully you guys will continue to view in and enjoy them, and this starts to get at a more flowed state, and I'll be able to kind of continue to showcase my opinion. But yeah, that's all for me today, and we'll catch you guys next week.